How you doing, everybody? It's Greg Whitstock, the pond guy. I'm out rebuilding a pond, and I heard from Brian, and he said to me, hey, record a little opening about your event that you're going to be doing at LAL 2021. So I'm going to be there in November. I'm excited. It's been a crazy year. We've been building ponds like crazy. If you're in this industry, you have been going crazy with people improving their homes. But anyway, I missed last year. I'm super excited to get back together with people. I'm not used to doing that with big groups, and Brian does a great job. So if you're not registered for LAL 2021, register. I'm going to be there talking about building a team. I got 130 teammates with me. I still got my hands dirty out in the field with these guys, but I'm excited to be in a room learning, because when you stop learning, you stop earning. LAL 2021, I'll see you guys there. I love my job.
You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It is your host, Brian Fullerton, here, hanging with you guys. Well, good morning. Well, on today's podcast episode, I wanted to do a short and sweet episode, right? Here we go, about the lay of the land for Lawntrepreneur Academy Live 2021. We have so many of you guys coming in to Novi, Michigan here just next week on Friday and Saturday, November 12th, November 13th. It's going to be a barn burner, and that is for our live event that we're going to be doing, talking about all things success, all things lawn care and landscaping. So here's the deal. This episode is going to be a little bit different. When you guys, maybe you're new to the show, it's all about lawns, lessons, and life. And we're here to try to help you guys grow a more successful green industry business, literally cutting grass, landscaping, doing the deal. But today's episode is going to be a little different, a little bit more of an information passed to those folks that are coming and those people that are still on the fence thinking about coming. Because if you're listening to this today, there is still time to get your tickets. Okay. We are basically right at the 300 folks registered for the event. We're at 296. Okay. And we might sell a few more tickets tonight before, I get to publish this episode. So here's the deal. If you guys want to come, I'm going to leave the ticket registrations open until Monday night, the 8th, till 7 p.m. That is the final cutoff. Please do not email me afterwards. Please do not say, hey, buddy, really quick, can I get in? We're just going to shut it down Monday night at 7 p.m. because we've got 300 plus badges to print off, names, name tags, get swag bags ready. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, okay? So here's the deal. We can probably fit a few more people into the room, but not a lot, okay? It's not like 50 people, probably not even 20 people more. But I do know that we're right at that 300 capacity. So here's the deal. This is the last call. If you're coming, we cannot wait to have you. If you've been watching the Facebook group, you've been seeing all the stuff that I've been tagging, all the giveaway stuff, all the swag bags, little teasers here and there. If you've been watching on social media, like the hype is building. And if you're feeling some FOMO, I promise you it's authentic. Okay. Do not miss this event. It is going to be awesome. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Short and sweet. And by the way, on the Monday episode, thank you to all of you guys that, were trolling me and tagging me because I said, hey, it's going to be a short and sweet episode. And it was 73 minutes long. 73 minutes long. Great. That's crazy. Okay. By the way, that was some voice flexion there. I tried to slow down to make it more emphasis added, right, to the 73 minutes. Anyway, on Monday, we talked about all things people skills, and I gave you the spark notes about better and more effective ways to work with people. I actually got a lot of great feedback behind the scenes on Instagram, a lot of DMs saying that you guys really appreciated like meat content like that. And that's stuff that you can learn today and apply tomorrow is what I like to say. So on today's episode, we're going to be going through the short and sweet, hopefully 20 minutes or less, talking about what to expect at Lawntrepreneur Academy. Okay, this is our live event. We are putting a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of thought, a lot of effort into this event. And I really, 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 my prayer is that it helps just ignite you guys to explode with growth through 2022. Okay, this is a great time to learn a bunch of great stuff and then rip your business apart over the off season, right? When maybe things are a little bit slower, and retool, upgrade, maybe adopt some things that you hear from the event from some of the best in the industry, and be able to prune your business through the winter and then really rush out that door in the spring. So we're going to talk about Lawntrepreneur Academy, what it is, the schedule, some sneak peeks, some different things I want to share, some secrets I haven't revealed yet that are going to be happening at the show, and so much more. All right. So So we're going to try to keep this episode timely. So if you guys are listening to it and you guys are coming, you know this, I'm putting a bunch of updates in the Lawntrepreneur Academy private Facebook group, but for not everybody's part of that group. When they get the email, they don't join the Facebook group. Some folks don't do Facebook. So I wanted to make sure to just put this out on the podcast as well. So here's the deal. If you're coming, we cannot wait to host you. Here's the details, okay? If you're on the fence, get your ticket over the weekend, okay? There is still time. If you're like, the hotels are sold out and this is happening, like, look, we still have room for you. There's not going to be a bad seat in the house. Come, bring your buddy, bring your lawn bro, bring your foreman, okay? Bring your spouse, bring your girlfriend, bring your husband, bring your wife. Whatever it is, make the decision to come. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss it. I don't know how we're going to beat this lineup, okay? I'm just telling you that. So here's what we're going to do. Let's kick it over to Marty, Mr. Producer. Just really quick, short and sweet. We want to make sure that we, pay homage to all these show sponsors that promotes and help us share the podcast with you guys. And then we're going to come right on back.
Marty here, and new for you at Lawntrepreneur Academy, it's Brian's tried and true rate adjustment letter. This is a professional letter. It's downloadable and editable and designed to help you communicate to your customers that their rate's going to be increasing. It really is a great tool to use, as we all should be increasing our rates year over year. Now, what if you've got a customer that you misquoted a price for? Maybe it was a $45 cut, and you got to have that awkward conversation about why the new price is going to be $60 for the upcoming season. And that's certainly no $2 to $3 increase. Let the letter do the talking for you. The language is in there to help explain why your prices are going to jump that $2 to $3 per week as a price increase, or why the price is going up $15 or more per cut as a rate adjustment. Yes, most of your customers are going to absorb that rate increase for the weekly mowing, but don't be afraid to put your foot down and readjust those rates for the lawns that are just totally underpriced. Now, you can send this form out via email or snail mail. Go ahead and do that now. Let it communicate in a very professional manner that your rates are going up. Most of your customers are going to stick with who they know and trust. That's you, by the way, not with some unknown chuck in the truck and sign up with a new service. Go ahead, put your foot down, get those better rates, make the profit that you know you should be making in your business, all with this new, simple to use, plug and play, editable rate adjustment letter. Download it now at lawntrepreneur.academy.com.
All right, guys. Well, we are back, and let's just jump right into it. Now, here's where we're going to just kind of back up the cart really quick, because I get going 100 miles an hour on this podcast. And for those of you guys listening in, I eat, sleep, and breathe lawn care landscaping. I love it. We actually just finished up our final cuts on Wednesday, which was such a breath of fresh air to finally be done with the regular mowing season. But it's never a dull moment, because we're going to take a week or two hiatus here. We wait for the leaves to kind of finish falling and dropping, if you will. And then we're going to be right at leaf cleanups here. The Monday after Lawntrepreneur Academy, we're going right back out the door to knock all those out. And it's going to be a mad rush to get all the leaves done and all the leaf cleanups in before the season is actually totally over, right? And we transition to snow. All right, so here's really quick. Lawntrepreneur Academy Live, what is it? Well, Lawntrepreneur Academy Live is a extension. It is a derivative of our training website that we have called lawntrepreneur.academy.com. Now, over the last 24, 36 months, maybe now, I think I launched that thing in January of 2019. So it's a little over maybe 2.5 years old. And I will tell you what, that website is nuts. It's taken me probably 400 or 500 hours of just literally nights and weekends, and a couple hours here every single day, every single week, tweaking the words, the websites, the resources, the documents, and everything else that you guys have seen. So many of you guys have been there to purchase lawn care contracts, snow contracts, rate adjustment letters for next year. Hint, rate adjustment letters for next year. Price increases. Everybody's price. If you didn't raise prices this year, that's on you. No big deal. If you don't, every single person hearing my voice should be raising prices next year. I don't care which way you want to justify it, everything in between. Things are more expensive. And if you are not raising your prices, not 3%, not 5%, 10%, for real, two things. One, you're going to go backwards. And two, those customers are going to get a heck of a deal. Okay. And sometimes that's good, but get them a deal while you're still making some profit. Amen. So rate adjustment letters. Well, so here's the deal. One thing I've noticed with Lawntrepreneur Academy is everybody wanted to get to know each other more. We have so many friends that we're making in the industry. We go to like a dealer open house. We go to a local trade show, even GI Plus Expo, like all the lawn care community goes down there. But, there isn't a lot of community building at those events. There has been maybe the last year or so with some of the different after parties or rallies or events. But even then, it's not an X's and O's type of event. It's not a meat and potatoes. It's kissing babies and shaking hands, or is it shaking babies and kissing hands? I'm not really sure. I don't think you should shake babies, right? But it's not a place to build community. It's not necessarily a place to run up to a lawn peer or a lawn bro and say, hey, what are you guys doing for pricing? What are you guys doing for bids and estimates? What design software are you guys using? It's those environments are oogling at equipment, looking at fresh paint, maybe smelling some exhaust fumes outside on a couple demos, and that's fine. That's fun. That's cool. That's their role. By the way, Lawntrepreneur Academy is not GIE Plus Expo. Okay, we are not going to do what they're doing, and they're not trying to do what we're doing. So I noticed a need or just a void out there in the community. I'm not a hero. I'm not anything. I just said, hey, look. Everybody wants to get together. Not everybody. Let me change that. Many people want to grow their business. Not everybody is willing to put in the work, the effort, or the time, or the energy to grow their business. Okay. Everybody wants to Google equipment and go to the free stuff and go to the free trade shows and GIE Plus Expo. That barrier to entry is $10. Okay. That's fine. That's cool. Those are the places for fans and for people that are, serious about their business, but also the casual lookers. Lawntrepreneur Academy is for the people that want the meat and potatoes. Lawntrepreneur Academy is the place where people want to grow. People there are hungry. Nobody's leaning back in their chairs, figuring like they got it all figured out or they know it all. Okay. Lawntrepreneur Academy is a place to open up your notebook. And what we're going to have for 9 hours from 8:30 to 5:30 is every hour it's speaker, sponsor, speaker, sponsor, speaker, sponsor, then speaker, 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 speaker. Okay. We are bringing the likes of Corey Ballard, Caleb and Brittany Allman, Keith Kalfas, Greg Whitstock, Mark Parker, Paver Pete, Jeff Joyner, myself. And then we have Trisha Dork, who is our real estate agent. She is a fire-breathing, butt-kicking, bad mama jamma. Okay. Trisha Dork is coming in, and she is arguably the most personally successful person that I've seen blossom that Liz and I have paid attention to in the last 2 to 5 years. Her personal life momentum is crazy. This girl has built a 100-team real estate agency and brokerage company. She is done 300 out of 365 days she worked out in 2020. This year her goal is 52 weekends to do 52 out of 52 competitions. She's fit as a fiddle. She's smart. She's an amazing gal. She's got a kid who's like 17 and is literally getting drafted for pro hockey. I mean, for real, like he is getting drafted as we speak for pro hockey as a professional, hockey goaltender, whatever you call it, goalie. Okay. This lady is awesome. Okay. So she is 30 minutes down the road. She sold us our property. She's an amazing gal. She's coming in. It's going to be similar to what we all do, a little different, but talking about personal momentum and getting just your life in order. She's coming in. Okay. That's who's the lineup. It's going to be so much information that honestly, we're providing notebooks to make sure that you guys can download all of your thoughts onto this thing and you can write all your notes out. And then not only that, if you come to the live event, we give you the live event replay for free. Okay. So we're not other conferences that charge you another $50 or $100 or $500 for the live event replay. None of that garbage. You get it for free with us. Okay. It takes about a month or two for us to process it and edit it and upload it and all that mess. But if you guys come to the event, you get it for free. By the way, if you have the whole ball of wax, maybe like, hey, this year's not working out. You have the whole ball of wax. Hey, here's a great tip. The whole ball of wax always gets the live event replays, anything new and anything we update to the website. Okay. Once you have that, it is a lifetime upgrade for anything that we drop on the website. So that's what it is. It's a community opportunity. We have people coming in like the Paul Jamesons, the Naylor Taliaferros. They're podcasting. They're going to be making, friends while we're there. Josh Sutton, is coming all the way from, I think, Kansas City, Missouri. We have, so many folks. Kyle Parks from the East Coast. We have people coming from Florida. We have people coming from Texas. We have people coming from like Idaho and California. Okay, people are flying and driving in on this thing. It is going to be one heck of a time. And while you're there, it's not only the 8 or 9 speakers that you're hearing on stage, it's all the roundtable discussion, right? It's the in-between speakers before the meeting starts, at lunch, during the breaks. You can get to make friends. You can get to meet other peers in the industry and find out what's working for those folks at your table. You can stand in the hallway or at lunch and go sit next to a Corey Ballard or a Jeff Joyner and pick their brain. Okay. I mean, you're not going to find this caliber of people more accessible anywhere else. I mean, you can try to call up Caleb Allman and say, hey man, can I come to your house for 9 hours and see if you can just sit across the dining room table for me? I mean, Caleb might say yes, but it's probably going to cost you $1,500 because he's got to take care of his time, his overhead, and he's going to be missing his family for 9 hours. How about you just come to Lawntrepreneur Academy and Caleb's going to be there as well as 8 other folks pouring into you for 9 hours, okay? Somebody's like, hey, let me know when Lawntrepreneur Academy is coming to the East Coast, or Lawntrepreneur Academy is coming to the South or to the West, like we're on tour. And I'm like, hey, I love you. I just want to be honest with you too. If you're waiting for success to be convenient, you will never be successful. Period. Case closed. People are like, hey, let me know when it comes to Georgia. Like we're like a traveling circus. I'm like, look, dude, you know how much there's $150,000 bankroll for this thing. I'm dead serious. And we front a lot of this money, dude. We front a lot of money to put this thing on. And the only buy-in is $197 for your ticket in a hotel room. And then I with love, I say this, but people have the audacity to say, hey, let me know when it's coming to Georgia. No offense. It's probably not coming to Georgia. Okay. Like, I'm not packing this whole thing up and moving it across the country. It is an aircraft carrier. And there's times when GIE Plus Expo, like, why don't they just put it on the moon? It would have been closer for me. Okay. But you know what? I get my butt in a car or on an airplane for $200, $300 and we zip across the country. And you know what? That's where success is. I want to get around success. So I'm going to travel to it. And so, not to beat a dead horse to anybody out there, but I just saw a couple comments like, hey, let me know when it's coming to Texas or when it's going to come to Washington State. Hey, no offense, I'm probably not coming to Washington State anytime like in the near future, okay? Unless there's something miraculously happening over there that draws my attention, okay? So here's the deal. $200, $300, you buy in, you're good to go. $197 for the ticket and a hotel room, and you are ready to rock and roll for, in my opinion, I've said this many times, one of the best industry events in the whole industry. I mean, I know other conferences going on right now that are $1,299 for a day and a half. And you have to pay for your hotel and your ticket or, your travel and all that other mess. $1,300. I'm like, dude, what are they teaching? I look at the lineup. I'm like, they don't have a Caleb and Brittany Allman. They don't have Paver Pete. They don't have Jeff Joyner. Okay, professional motivational speaker and storyteller. You guys loved Jeff last year. I loved Jeff last year. Jeff was like a motivational speaker. I went to an event a decade ago. I'm like, dude, one day if I ever do something, man, I just literally looked him up on the internet. I'm like, I'm a big fan. You have no idea who I am. I'm like the stalker weirdo. Hey, I'm doing this thing. Can you come in and speak? He's like, yeah, sure. And then we get to know each other a little bit more. And he had a lawn care business like way back in the day. Kind of funny. So here's the deal. It's going to be a great time. I'm sincere when I say thank you to you guys that are appreciating the event. We're fronting a lot of money. It's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? Let's rent this thing out and do it first class. We're not sparing any expenses. We're not sparing anything with the stage, the lighting. I bought trusses and lighting rigs, and I don't even know what I bought. I can't wait for that AV bill once it's all over. Okay. So here's the deal. It is going to be a really, really fun and cool opportunity. The Friday night before is the Full Throttle Adrenaline go-karts. So there's 300 of you guys coming in. I want to get dinner with everybody. It's just, I don't know how to do that. Somebody has a good way of, I've had like 50 of you say, hey, can I take you and Liz out to dinner or breakfast? And I'm like, dude, I'm honestly like swamped that 48 hours, right? Like I would love to, you kidding me? But I'm like, there's so much stuff to do, so much stuff last minute to plan for. But I'm like, hey, here's the deal. Let's all hang out as a family. Let's all hang out as a group at the Full Throttle Adrenaline Park from 6:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. the Friday night before. It's right in Novi. You can quickly Google high-speed go-karts, indoor go-kart track. We have the virtual reality pit. It's going to be freaking sweet. Okay. Unlimited laps. By the way, if you guys are in the Facebook group, you saw Corey Ballard talking trash and a bunch of other guys because, everybody thinks they're, speed racer over here. And that's cool. That's great because we're going to do some podium finishes. Toro is sponsoring the Friday night with Toro Horizon 360. We're going to do like the Toro time trials. All their stuff is like time cutter, time this, time master, right? So we're going to do the Toro time trials with Horizon 360. And so make sure you get out there. Okay. If There's no reason to not go on those go-karts. Everybody's going to be cool, fun, safe. But you know what, dude, cut those corners and have a good time, because we're going to do a poll, and whoever gets the fastest laps, right, first, second, and third, we're giving away some V60 product line, okay? Some battery-powered equipment, which is shout out to Toro and Toro Horizon 360 and their team. They're going to be there hanging out with all of us. So 6:30 to 10:30, that's Friday night, okay? One thing I'll say too, in the pre-game is if you guys come in on Thursday or Friday, there's so much to do around town. I had a couple people asking me, well, they're bringing the family and the kids. The Detroit Zoo is right down the road. It's about 20, 30 minutes away. If you guys want to go to Weingart to Farmington Hills, that's the dealer we go to. Maybe you want to get some stuff while you're here. I know guys were picking up leaf blowers, leaf loaders. I think last year or 2 years ago, one guy dropped his plow truck off on Friday for a Friday plow install, and then drove back to, I don't know, Columbus, Ohio, or whatever it is. I thought that was pretty funny. So Detroit Zoo, Weingart, there's a big movie theater called Imagine, Emagine, Imagine movie theater. It's right here in Novi. Maybe catch a movie Thursday night, Friday afternoon before, things kind of kick off, or stay at the hotel and just kind of chill out and catch a nap. That's always fun too this time of year, All right. So Friday, 6:30 to 10:30, full throttle Adrenaline Park. Here's one thing too. Look for this and try to find the table. We're going to try to set it up right when you guys walk in, is the registration table. So on Saturday morning, you don't have to bring anything to Lawntrepreneur Academy, just, a good attitude and an open mind. That's all I'm praying, is just bring a good attitude and an open mind. Don't come with this know-it-all, attitude. I pray that nobody comes there with that. It's it's not only like, hey, I've never heard this before. It's hey, maybe you've heard this before, but how well are you applying it? Right. That's something I always, when I go to conferences or meetings, I'm like, all right, I probably know a bunch of stuff in here. I maybe not have applied everything that they're teaching. So maybe I need to write down, I heard that, or I've been hearing this, or maybe that's been weighing on my spirit, whatever, my mind. Maybe I need to apply that. Maybe there's something more there, that kind of attitude. Right. So Friday, we're going to be giving away all the attendee badges. So that way you don't have to, get in line with 300 people first thing Saturday morning. So the more of you guys that come to get your badges on Friday, the less we have to worry about Saturday morning. So when you guys are there at the go-kart place, look for that table. My mom will probably be running it. Liz will be there. My brother and sister-in-law will be there. And it's going to be a really good time. Here's one thing I really pray that you guys can do me a solid. Be very kind and courteous to those folks, right? And be kind and courteous around town. Please don't be, trying to use my name for free drinks at the bar or anything around town. and the reason I say that is because we've had incidents, and if somebody gets really, really ruckus, I'm telling you, like, we're going to kick you out of the event. You're not going to be coming to the event. Okay. I'm just being honest. Like, this is a first class thing. We want to be first class around town, and we haven't had any significant issues. We had one little weird issue last year, but two little weird issues last year, but I'm just praying that you guys can be first class. Can you guys help me out with that? I'm asking as a friend and as a favor. If you guys go out to eat, be patient with people. Everybody's going to be wearing lawn care hats and lawn care uniforms and Carhartt coats, and I don't want people to know, hey, there's this lawn care convention, but everybody there was a jerk. Okay. Don't make a black eye for the whole team and the whole community that's coming in. Okay. That's my prayer. Same thing with the restaurant staff, the go-kart track rentals. If they tell you to slow down, don't, it's not Friday night on your dime. It's Friday night. Treat it first class. Okay. Like, you're representing Lawntrepreneur Academy everywhere you go in town. Tip well, be nice. Just be cordial to people. Imagine this. By here in us in Novi, it's the same thing where you live. Things are short-staffed. Things are closing early. People's attitudes are kind of being tested a little bit here with the labor shortage. So the hotel might be maybe an extra half hour to check in, or your room might be a few minutes extra to be opened up, right? Maybe you can't do an early check-in like you're used to, or whatever. Here's the thing. Throw a 5-spot on the dash of the dresser of your hotel room for the person that is cleaning up the room. Be nice to the people up front. When they ask you, if you want a water, take one instead of taking two, so they don't have to restock everything, right? Just be first class. That's all I'm praying. The whole time there, be first class to everybody who's going to be around, and to each other. Okay. There's 300 people coming in. It's going to be a lot. If you're in line or somebody's like saving 5 seats or something at a table, don't be moving each other's bags, just be adults. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. All right, let's keep going. So that's Friday night. And if anybody wants to help out, I don't need 200 people, but if there's 5, 10, 20 people that maybe want to help, I'll probably be at the go-kart track till about 9 p.m. And then I'm going to zip over to the Suburban Collection Show place a mile down the road and help my AV guy, Jim, finish setting things up. If you guys have that servant spirit in you and you want to help, maybe ask Jim if he needs anything, from a coffee to a water to, hey, do you want me to carry some boxes somewhere? We're loading, $300 of Paul's in there. We're going to be stuffing swag bags. There's going to be a bunch of boxes and banners and stuff to hang up. So if anybody is around, maybe 9, 10, 11 p.m. and you're a night owl, you want to come hang out and pregame a little bit, we don't need everybody there. Less is more sometimes, but if we're stuffing these swag bags, we could definitely use some help. Just pregame behind the scenes, setting this whole thing up. Okay. All right, let's just burn through this. Saturday, 8:30 to 5:30. Registration opens at 7:30 in the morning. Doors will open at 8. It's first come, first serve on the seats. First come, first serve in line. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Get your registration badge maybe Friday night before, or be there at 7:30 to get your registration. 7:30 at the table. You'll have a badge, and then there's no waiver to sign this year since we all did it online. Please record, vlog the event. You can Instagram at the event, all this other stuff. The only thing we firmly ask is that you don't record the speakers. Okay, because we're going to sell the event, replay later. If you're part of the event, there's no reason to record it. We're going to give you the live event recording anyway. Okay. If you need any, questions with that, the waiver was very, very straightforward. Please don't record audio or video at the event. Okay. Photos are totally cool. Vlogging's totally cool. Vlogging in between speakers is fine. Vlogging the room is fine. That whole deal. We have some exciting giveaways we're going to do on Facebook actually for best Instagram photo with the hashtag LAL2021 and best YouTube vlog recap. We're going to give away some gift cards if you guys want to participate in those fun challenges when you guys come on down. Okay. So registration opens at 7:30. Doors are going to open at 8. Kickoff is at 8:30. 8:30 sharp, because we are going boom, boom, boom with speaker sponsor. Greg Witzak's going to start. I think we got Corey Ballard up next. And then number 3, I think, is Keith Kalfas. Okay. It's going to be power-packed morning. And then Mark Parker's going to wrap it up with some fun, interactive safety training. Okay. So lunch is 12 to 1. And then we're going to be right back at it. So please be back in the room at 1 o'clock, not 1:10. Okay. Not, 1:05, 1 o'clock. We're introducing the next speaker. We're banging that out until 3. We'll have a pretzel break from 3 to 3:30. I think actually we're doing hot dogs and a ballpark, Frank, kind of like a baseball thing. And then we'll have a little break there. And then 3:30 to 4:30 is a speaker. 4:30 to 5 is a speaker. And then we're going to do the panel for about a half hour as we wrap up the event. Okay. So we're coming in hot. It's going to be super awesome. Right. All right. As we go through here, this is actually really cool. We hired a guy named Quentin. Quentin is one of Keith Kalfas' friends. And Quentin is going to be doing a bunch of additional videography for us. So we're going to have at lunch, for example, 2 ring lights with the banners, like on the red carpet runway, where you can have the banners in the background from behind you. So have your phones ready for lunch. Everybody's going to file into the lunch banquet area to get the buffet. But the ticket to enter is you got to get your photo, if you guys don't mind. So have your iPhone ready, have your Samsung, Droid or whatever ready, and we'll take a photo of you. Just have it open, have it unlocked or whatever you need, and we'll get a photo of you, your wife, you and your girl, you and your brother, you and your buddy, for the photo, and then you can hashtag that LAL2021 on Instagram or whatever else you guys are using, which is super cool. All right, so outside of the banners that are going to be around and the photo opportunities there, you'll see Quentin. Quentin's going to be running around with gimbal cameras, high-end stuff, recording video event replays for the next year. We've kind of dropped the ball on that the last 2 years because, I never thought about it. Because, what do I know? And so anyway, if you guys want to record a testimony with Quentin, look for him. Really cool dude, black dude, shaved head, really, really cool guy. He'll probably be hanging around with Kalfas a little bit. Quentin is super cool, super cool. If you guys ever need video work and all this other mess, give him a shout. I think it's Digital Dream Productions or something like that. Really, really good guy. But he's going to be doing testimonies and capturing testimonies. So if you guys can do me a solid, maybe you want to, just shoot a 30-second, 60-second, 90-second testimony, maybe at launch or at 3 o'clock or at the end of the event, letting people know how it is. We would really appreciate that because we never got the time to record any of those last few years because I was kind of juggling a little bit of everything. Okay. All right, here's the deal. The hotels, Hyatt Hotel, if you're at the host hotel, good for you for getting your room early and getting your room first dibs. You just walk down to the lobby, all the way down the place. It's a little bit of a trek. Huge suburban collection show place, expo center. Walk all the way down to the Legacy Center, upstairs, up the escalators, and we have all the ballrooms upstairs, okay? If you're at the Spring Hill Suites, it's a mile down the road. They will have a shuttle service from 6 in the morning till I think 8:30 in the morning. And then again at the end of the day from 5:30 to I think 6:30 or 7. So we have a shuttle in the morning. By the way, make friends. If you see a bunch of people in the lobby and they're all wearing like, thick jackets and jeans, and by the way, dress code, keep it super casual. You don't have to wear business suits or dresses, ladies. Keep it casual. You're going to be sitting in a room. You want to be comfortable for 9 hours. If you need a ride, maybe make some friends and they can shuttle over with you. That's the idea. Make friends, like say hey to somebody. Nobody's going to bite. Okay. But if you want to take the shuttle will be there all morning and then in the evening as well. The next overflow hotel, because the Hyatt sold out, the Spring Hill Suites sold out. Just to give some perspective, like we're selling out hotels. That's a good thing. This thing is getting bigger. The Hampton is the hotel behind the Spring Hill Suites. So we don't have a shuttle for the Hampton, but if you need a ride, find a lawn bro or walk over 100 feet to the other side of the hotel. The front looks at the back for each hotel, right? And the Spring Hill Suites is right next to the Hampton. That's where the shuttle is. You can easily just jump on the shuttle, just walk 100 feet. No big deal, okay? So we want to make sure we're making this as easy as possible for you guys. Other quick cliff notes. The airport is Detroit Metro. Delta's McNamara. I think every other flight is everybody else in the other terminal, the North Terminal, I think it is. So it's a super easy airport to manage. There's no shuttles or trams. It's pretty straightforward. It's not like Atlanta or whatever where it's like 4 different sections and it's crazy over there. That's a huge airport. You cannot. If you get a half-hour layover, you might make your connection. One of those deals. In Detroit, you're good to go. No big deal. Taxis are going to be $100+. An Uber is like $40. Uber or Lyft. Everybody's super chill. We've never had an issue. Anytime Liz and I travel, we always Uber or Lyft to and from from our place to the airport. All right. One other quick thing here I wrote down was food options. Maybe you guys are coming in early on Thursday or Friday or Saturday, or maybe you're staying through Sunday or Monday. I don't know why you would stay in Michigan until Monday. There's nothing going on around here. It's not like there's Cedar Point or like Florida, but maybe you're a glutton for pain like that. But there's great restaurants. Black Rock Novi is in the area. That's the Steak on the Stone place. A lot of guys have been there from 2019. Really good place. Bonefish Grill. It's a chain, but it's a nice place right down the road. There's an Italian restaurant, Massiano's. It's one of our favorite Italian restaurants to go to. It's a half mile down the road from the Hyatt and the Suburban Collection. It's a half mile down the way from the go-karts. Maybe you want to book, a reservation at 5 o'clock or something for you and the girl. You guys can go there and then come hang out on the go-karts and throw up your tiramisu. Okay. Buffalo Wild Wings is right next to the whole place as well. Same as Black Rock. It's on the same complex. Maybe you are a glutton for barbecue. Liz and I go to a place in Milford where I grew up. It's about a 20-minute ride from the hotels and the expo, west and then north. Bedell actually lives in Milford. There is a little gem called Smoke Street. Smoke Street Barbecue. Absolutely, hands down, favorite barbecue in all of Metro Detroit. Okay, it's our little gem. Incredible pulled pork, incredible brisket, and definitely incredible ribs. Maybe coming on Thursday or Friday, you want to get lunch over there. Highly, highly encourage it. It's a great place. And if you do, give me a half rack. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to go something a little bit different, like Italian and pizzeria. There's a place called Crispelli's. By the way, sorry if you're listening to this podcast at like 11:30. Your mouth is probably watering right now. You're like, man, all we get is a crappy old Jimmy John's every day, right? I feel you're there. So West Bloomfield, Michigan, there's a place called Crispelli's, Crispellis, Crispelli's. It's like a little pizza joint and Italian little like lunch kind of place, little cafe. It's really, really good. Great pizzas there, great salads there. It's about 20 minutes away. So if you're driving in and you got a car, it's a great lunch option for you as well. Maybe Saturday night or something, you're like, hey, I'm done talking to people. I don't want to meet more people. Go there at 7 or 8 o'clock and go get some dinner Saturday night, or maybe lunch on Sunday before your flight out at 3 or 4 p.m. Okay. All right, so that's what I got here for all the deets, and we're going to wrap this up really quick. If you guys are following along on Instagram or on YouTube, hashtag the event LAL 2021. Okay. That is what we're going to be able to follow the trends and the photos, and all of you guys that post photos, we're going to post, we're going to do a giveaway for the best LAL 2021 photo, and we're going to find it on Instagram from you guys tagging us and then using that hashtag. Okay. So last year we did hashtag LAL 2020, but Instagram and the establishment media shut down hashtags for the 2 weeks out before the election. So LAL was the week after, if you remember, and Instagram shut down recent hashtags. So any post with any hashtag didn't show up anywhere for 2 weeks before and after the election. So all the photos that everybody took, they, finally released in like March. So we can finally see the photos of the event. So if you search the LAL 2020 hashtag, there was no photos of the whole event. It's like it didn't happen, which was really lame. And I was really bothered by that, but what are you going to do? Like, way to go, big tech and big brother. So anyway, I don't think there's an election happening right now, at least hopefully not in the next week, maybe some governor stuff, but whole nother story. But any which way, hashtag LAL 2021 on Instagram and on YouTube. We can actually search those hashtags now, right? Because they reinstated that. So anyway, best Instagram post and best vlog. We're going to give away some gift cards. Not everybody's a YouTuber, right? That's coming, or does YouTube or has a YouTube channel. So it might be a little bit easier challenge to win. So if you do a good recap, maybe vlog the way down, vlog at the airport, vlog the first time, vlog your car ride, vlog at the event, so on and so forth. Give us a 2-minute debrief and recap at whatever your style is. And, send it to me or tag us or hashtag it LAL 2021, and I can find it a lot easier on YouTube that way. Okay. So we're going to do some gift cards for best photo and best vlog. Don't slap the wooden table. If you guys know Paul Jameson, Paul comes over to my house and he just starts smacking. He's a very animated person. He starts smacking around on my table. So I got this, you guys know, like tool drawers where they got that like black cloth, like insert, or I don't even know what this is. It's like a mechanic type tarp thing. So I had to buy one of these. It was impossible to find this. It's 36 inches by like 6 feet. And I had to put it on top of my tool table here because when Paul came over for a summer tour, he smacks everything around, like just smacking his hands and punching his hands. And the skid steer was outside, if you know the story. And so we got this little black tarp, little mat here for Paul Jameson. But if anybody's seen Paul Jameson, he's like on the back of a milk carton. He hasn't been in Michigan for a year. He's something about the cold weather. Paul, it's gonna be 50s next week, brother. I know you're listening to the podcast. You're kicking your legs up in Atlanta right now. We know it's 7 degrees in your poolside, working on that tan and that bod, but it's okay, man. 50 degrees is like 80 up here in Michigan in November. Okay. That's funny right there, by the way. Like in 2019, it was 35 degrees out and everybody in Michigan was like, hey man, pretty decent day, And Paul's over here in his like toboggan and his like snowmobiling, outfit, and looked like an Eskimo with his North Face and, Alaska coats. And I'm like, Paul, it's 40 degrees. It's actually a nice day. No, man, we're used to 75 and 80 degrees out there, But which is really weird for a kid that grew up in Cleveland or Akron, Ohio, Not Cleveland, Akron, Ohio, I think it was. All right, so Paul, we love you. Wear some Under Armour or some thermals, and we'll make sure that you're all set. Inside the hotel, it's 72 degrees, a balmy 72. And somebody bring AA batteries for Paul's fan and noise machine. I want to make sure Paul gets some good podcast episodes. So I got nothing right now. All right, so we're going to button up. All right, that is what I got. Okay, so it's going to be a really, really good time. I don't want to overhype it or over promote it. I'm sure you guys are, like me, probably done here in GIE Plus Expo promotion and LAL 2021 promotion, right? I'm already ready for winter and for people to stop promoting things to me. And as a guy that's promoting stuff to you, look, I get it. I'm in the exact same boat. But the reason everybody's talking about these things is they can help you, help your life, help your business. And sometimes we need some advertising. Sometimes we need some cajoling, okay? Here's the deal. You're coming into LAL. You might be drained. You might be flat. You might be excited. You might be somewhere in between that spectrum. Whatever it is, I don't want you to miss out, because if your business is going backwards, you need to be at LAL. Okay, we're going to help you pump those brakes. We're going to help you get back on course. Your business could be flat by design or just because of circumstance. We're going to help you dust things off, and we're going to reignite the fire in you, and we're going to help moving forward. If you're already going 100 miles an hour, life is good, business is booming, and you're just kicking butt, I don't have to convince you to get to LAL. You're coming anyway. You want to add, fuel to the fire. Awesome. We can't wait to have you there. Okay. There's something to be said about getting together with people in person. Okay. You can listen to podcasts all day long, YouTube videos all day long, watch event replays all day long. It is not the same as being an event in person. imagine your favorite concert that you've ever been to, and then trying to explain that experience to your brother or sister-in-law or your mom or your dad or your kids or whatever, and said, you know what? I can't even explain it. You just had to be there. You just had to be there. Okay. So here's the thing. Me screaming, hey, you got to be there. You just have to be there. That's one thing. We have hundreds of people now that have been to LAL 2019, LAL 2020, and those people, that's how you know you got some good feedback, is when you guys that are listening in are like tagging stuff on Instagram and making friends and bringing your buddy, bringing your lawn bro, bringing somebody you're in town with, networking with, right, to grow. And you guys are pulling those people to this event. That's how you know there's good press, good feedback, and results from this thing. I'm telling you what, we are pouring it out there. The inmates are in charge of the prison. We've got the best of the best. Corey Ballard, Greg Woodstock, Caleb and Brittany Allman, Keith Kalfas, Mark Parker, Caleb and Brittany Allman. We've got Jeff Joyner. We've got Trisha Dork, Liz and myself. I've been writing my speech out for 3 months. I got some stuff to say that I can't say on a microphone, if you know what I'm saying. Even though it's unfiltered, you know, you can still get canceled. You know what I'm saying? But come to LAL, it'll be worth it. Liz and I, we deal with life, man. And we've been dealing with life just like you guys. Okay. So chin up and let's plow forward. All right. That's what I got. That's the timely details. Maybe share this with somebody else. Here's the thing. Tickets are going offline Monday, November 8th at 7 p.m. Do not procrastinate. Do not email me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I got my mind in 100 other places to get ready for the event. I'm not interested in selling you a ticket last minute because you procrastinated when you had 100 days to get your ticket. Okay. I say that with love. Get your ticket tonight. Get your ticket tomorrow on Saturday or Sunday. And we absolutely cannot wait to host you at Lawntrepreneur Academy Live 2021. You guys excited? You guys fired up? All right. I'm grinning ear to ear. We're just getting started. It's going to be a barn burner. All right. That's what I got for you guys in today's episode. If you guys are new to the show, not everything is like just hardcore promoting an event, you know, on all of our episodes. A lot of our episodes are guest interviews. We had Cameron Arrington on just the other day. She's an amazing girl with Maryland roots, single female girl. She's just kicking single female, just kicking butt over there in Maryland. She just, did a banger episode on Wednesday. Monday, we were talking about people skills and how to work with people to grow a better business. It's all about Lawns Lessons Life. So if you guys are new here, maybe consider following, maybe hitting that subscribe button, whatever you got to do on your phone to look down. But we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys big time listening in. That's what I got for today. And we look forward to seeing you guys here in Novi, November 13th, Saturday for Lawntrepreneur Academy Live 2021. Get ready.
Man, I wish I was going to be hanging out with you guys next weekend, especially at the indoor go-kart track. Huge shout out to our Lawntrepreneur Academy Live 2021 sponsors, Xmark, SureTrack, Yardbook, also RedMax. You guys have been amazing to work with. Thanks for making all this happen. And as I mentioned on a previous episode, our big whole ball of wax blowout saving spectacular could be coming Black Friday weekend. So if you want to save some money on the whole ball of wax and be the first to participate in something new Brian has for 2022, you may just want to keep your eyes and ears open, especially around Black Friday. That's really all that I can say right now.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.